We're going to continue to work together to try to get back to the whole process and the definition written into the bill and not being basically interpreted differently. With that, we'll turn to Senator Barrasso.
Thanks, Mr. Chair. Mr. Ardiano, let me just continue. I understand under the IRA, the leased electric cars, and the chairman agreed with me when I mentioned this earlier, are not subject to foreign source content requirements, to consumer income limits, or to vehicle price limits. Leased cars, is that correct?
So leased vehicles are treated differently than purchased vehicles,
So I'm correct.
Senator.
All right. So that means that somebody making over $1 million a year under this administration in your plan could lease a $100,000 electric car that contains lots of minerals from China and still benefit from a $7,500 tax credit. Do you believe that's a good use of taxpayer money?
Senator, that's not true over time. The way that the provision works for 45W is that it will come down as the cost of the vehicle comes down, making.
But it's true today. I don't hear it's not true over time. Today it's true. Is that right? $100,000 car, somebody making $1 million a year still gets the credit, the tax credit.
Today, the lease vehicle credit is the same as the 30D credit. But Senator, what I was trying to explain was that the way that the bill was designed was to make the purchase credit more valuable in order to incentivize the domestication of the supply chain. That's why we're seeing the movement of the supply chain back to the United States and our allies, is because over time, our car companies like Ford and GM know that they're going to be able to sell vehicles.
The chairman of the committee has made clear that the way the bill was designed and the way that it's being implemented are very different right now. And this is one of these abusive areas that I think the American people say, hey, we're subsidizing very rich people who are liberal, who have these elitist views on the West Coast, are getting big payoffs because they're into this kind of thing when these cars don't work other places. Mr. Turk, you testified before the committee February of 2023. At the time, the chairman and I both raised concerns about the department's grant negotiations with Microvast, a China-based battery company. In response, the department did its homework, canceled its award negotiations with Microvast. It appears that the department has again failed to do its homework or even a quick Google search, for that matter, when last September the department finalized $3 billion loan guarantee with Sunnova, a solar company. At the time, Sunnova had an F rating, Mr. Turk, right here, this is the F rating, Better Business Bureau, Sunnova, $3 billion grant from the department. The Better Business Bureau actually has stripped Sunnova of its accreditation. They're still not accredited.
Greetings, friends. This is important news for many U.S. households. There is a proposal that is gaining support from both parties. This proposed plan would help lift hundreds of thousands of Americans out of poverty by 2025. All who are eligible would qualify for an increase in tax credits worth over $2,000. My dearest friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video. Also, every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, simply click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Congress is exploring the idea of expanding the federal child tax credit. This is a move that could potentially lift approximately 500,000 children out of poverty. The proposed bipartisan expansion aims to increase the maximum credit per child from $1,600 to $2,000 until 2025, though the proposed increase is lower than the one implemented by the American Rescue Plan. It is expected to significantly enhance the financial stability of approximately 19 million children who currently receive a partial credit or none at all due to their families' low incomes. The expansion would also remove a provision that penalizes lower-income households with more than one child. Lawmakers have said they are addressing the issue of the child tax credit, favoring middle and higher-earning families. Eileen Arezia, the executive director of an advocacy group, expressed enthusiasm about the bipartisan agreement, highlighting the positive impact of the child tax credit in lifting millions of kids out of poverty in 2021. However, she noted that some children are still excluded because their families do not earn enough income, emphasizing the progress made by including 80% of the 19 million children currently receiving a partial credit or none at all. The proposed expansion is seen as a crucial step in providing relief to families who have long advocated for an updated version of the child tax credit. Analysts anticipate that it could mark the beginning of reversing the sharp increase in childhood poverty observed in 2022. The expansion aims to benefit 16 million children within the first year, with approximately half of them gaining $630 or more. Nearly 40% of these children would see their households gain $1,000 or more, and 25% would experience a gain of over $1,400 in the first year. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on this? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. The positive impact of the temporary expansion under the American Rescue Plan is highlighted as it led to a significant reduction in the nation's child poverty rate to a historic low of 5%. However, the failure to renew the credit and the end of stimulus payments resulted in a doubling of the number of children in poverty from 4 million in 2021 to 9 million in 2022. While the expansion proposal has its merits, there are also noted shortcomings, such as the exclusion of children and families without earnings. The bipartisan compromise is acknowledged for its improvements, including the elimination of provisions disadvantaging lower-income households with multiple children. So the final data released on January 11th by the Bureau of Labor Statistics showed that in 2023, the cost of food at the grocery store rose by 1.3%. But experts agree that grocery prices will only continue to rise. The price increases for grocery have hit some consumers harder than others, and many people have adjusted what they buy and what they eat to keep their budgets in line. The 2023 rise in grocery costs was well below that of the 2023 Consumer Price Index, which rose 3.4%. But last year's increase at the grocery checkout occurred on top of several years of huge price increases that began in 2020, when the crisis drove up costs, while lockdowns increased the demand for food to cook at home. Lower-income consumers often have a harder time dealing with rising food prices. Shoppers with a tight budget cannot stock up when food goes on sale or save money by buying larger packages. That is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dearest friends, thank you so much for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter this week's giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these weekly giveaways. Thank you, and have a wonderful and very blessed week.